He's just raw, you know, he's him.
He became the hood legend out here, yo.
He's a go-getter.
He's just spitting it raw.
He means everything to Rockland, for real, for real.
I'm pro Dillinger, and this is Havestraw, New York.
We all sinners in the store back. Corner store set, the cornerstone of this whole shit. I made a fortune. Crack rocks, cutting portion. It ain't no losses. Listen up when I'm talking. Umbrella bullshit.
Yeah, we're in Havestraw, New York. My favorite restaurant in town, Los Amigos, Wayne and Main Street. This particular strip, it used to be lit before they put up all the cameras and shit. This was like a drug block, this whole thing. Every bodega used to have mad niggas in front of it, just hustling. So crazy, like police couldn't do nothing about it. Then what happened was a lot of like dudes from the city started coming up here, trying to get money, thinking this was some small town shit. And like stuff started happening. And then they put the cameras up and then, you know, shit kind of like slowed down, but it kept going. And then once they started sending the feds up here all the time, then everything, now it's this. There was a scene here at one point. There was a scene here. There's still a scene here. Out here used to be like a lot of like showcases and shit. It used to be like, you know, pull up, we give you this certain amount of tickets, you sell the tickets and that's your money and you bring your fans and blah, blah, blah. So that was cool, and there was a lot of dudes that was out here rapping at one point. Over the years, like, people just stopped, bro. People just stopped and didn't stay consistent, didn't keep going, and I just kept going. And then I look up and there's nobody here.
Havestraw is a very small town, small city, but it's like shit could go down in this city, like just like any other place, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's poverty, there's crazy shit going on. So like, people like look at Rockland and be like, oh, that's like upstate, these people are not New York, but like, you gonna find some real New Yorkers out here, man.
It was crazy. It was almost reaching the like LA status. But you know, that's why they put the cameras up. But it was crazy when everybody was running, everybody was making money, young, old, it didn't matter. Everybody got along. You had like 15 drug dealers in one spot. Shit was crazy back then.
Straw, I don't know, we like the underdogs, you feel me? Like, you either love us or you hate us.
Growing up here it was mixed. It was like weird, you know what I mean? Because it was like way more dangerous before, you know what I mean? As a young kid, but you don't know this until you start playing around in the street. So around here was like a little treacherous, you know what I mean? And it used to just be a bunch of dudes up here getting money, and it was a lot of it to be made. And then once people started getting hurt, they put the cameras up, and then the feds came in. They're trying to clean it up now and make it like, you know, gentrified. You gotta think, my town is very unique, bro. On one side is the Hudson River, on the other side is the Ramapo Mountains. So we like very isolated. It's like its own world, you know what I mean? So of course it made me different. There's nobody like me because there's nobody in our circle that's from here except me. So this 4th and Main right here, like, a lot of shit used to go down over here, whatever. It's a little bar around the corner, and the pool hall used to be across the street or whatever. I remember I used to live on this block right here in this building, G. I used to live right up here in this building. And we used to get crazy around here. There used to be a bar right there, all type of shit. And one day this Dominican nigga came out the bar, and he like called us a bunch of bitches and shit. Niggas came across the street from the building or whatever and whipped this nigga ass like right here. Jumped right on this nigga, about 8 of us. Ran in the building, locked the building up and shit. Police was out here going crazy for like 2 hours. Niggas really put that nigga bad, like. But yeah, bro, this is a good spot. This is a spot that bring back a lot of memories. Wrote my first rap when I was 12. My brother left a Method Man Tikal tape in my house, and Onyx backed the fuck up. And that's how I got into rap music. That was the gateway.
I feel like, well, Pro has always kind of, he varied a little bit, but he always kept it to himself, kept it authentic with him. Even when he went outside of his box, he stayed within a respectable hip hop, like original hip hop lane, you know what I'm saying? Even when we did try and do things with trap beats and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? We always try to keep it lyrical and authentic.
My biggest influences growing up, bro, was LL Cool J. I was real into LL Cool J, bro. He was just like, to me, he was like the complete rapper. You know what I'm saying? He had the look, he had the girls, he had the cars, he had the dance moves, all of that. And then, and Hammer too. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, because Hammer was like the first rapper I saw in, like on TV where I was like, damn, this nigga's really getting money. Like Hammer was like, to me, like the first rap superstar. My mom bought me a karaoke machine, like for one of my birthdays. And the shit came with a tape, and it was a Hammer tape, and it was Too Legit to Quit, and on the B side it was Have You Seen Her, and it was the song and the instrumental. Then after a while I figured out how to like record myself on the karaoke machine, and that's how I first like started playing with raps like that. This is Division and Broadway. This an ill little block right here too. So all my Get Money niggas and shit be over here. Like, front of town, you know about Division and Broadway. What's up, my boy? How you doing, pa? What's poppin', bro? How you? Paulie, what up, big bro? Streets, what's up, baby? How you feeling? Ain't shit, man.
Like, I was around Pro early 2000s when he was just spitting. Like, he wasn't writing bars. He was just spitting, and the shit he was saying, like, you're like, hold on a minute, yo, what the fuck did you just say? And then he mastered his craft, and then he became the hood legend out here, yo. He is the nicest out here. I don't care what no one says, hands down, the nicest. Bars, metaphors, punchlines, everything he spit is what he lived.
Shit, bro. His bars is crazy, bro. His bars and delivery, like, for sure. And I like the beat selection that he's been on lately, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing his thing, so his bars is gritty, and he's just spitting it raw, man. Like, bro, I'm pretty, like, he's been through this shit, some shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he got something to say, for sure.
The first time I heard this nigga, I want to say it was Old Spaghetti. Was like the song that I heard, and just the way that nigga started, the nigga voice was wild off the rip, but then the way that nigga started it, the nigga was like, old spaghetti in the microwave. Son, female sitting in that kitchen, he ain't put down a pipe in days.
Yo, old spaghetti in the microwave. I've been sitting in the kitchen, the fiend been smoking that pipe for days.
I like that, and I was like, nah, this nigga's wildin'. I was like, yeah, I could get jiggy with this nigga. Like, he talking that shit. He talking like what I'm talking, like.
Listening to Pro, even if I didn't know him, his voice just captivates you. His voice is just, he got that grit, that New York sound, that grit to it. Plus then the beat selection, you know, the drumless samples and all that. He got his own, you know what I mean? He got his own lane. So super proud of him and the lane that he's created for himself, because he don't sound like nobody else.
So for me, there's a difference in making, you know, in certain type of records, you know, like, so my process when I go into the lab, I don't normally be like, all right, today I'm gonna do something real introspective and kind of like, you know, I'm gonna try to like dig deep into my soul for this record. Like, it's how I feel at the moment is what I rap, you know. So sometimes it comes out aggressive, but even if in those aggressive bars, you dig through it, there's other shit, you know, like. My music is at first it's abrasive, but once you get past that, there's layers to it. You know what I mean? Is hope, there's pain, there's anguish, there's prayer, there's gratitude, there's love, you know, there's lust. You know, my music has a lot of different layers to it. Once you get past, oh, he's aggressive, you know, or oh, his voice is raspy. Like, a lot of niggas, they get stuck on just the face value. You know what I mean? But that's why I try to do different types of things and experiment with different types of like sounds or certain songs I might be a little more vulnerable, you know, for the fans and stuff like that, and let people in to my personal life a little bit more, because, you know, the mood don't always call for aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes is vulnerability. I feel like my music has a lot of that. It's a good balance of anger and vulnerability, you know, happiness and sadness, or, you know, introspective and ignorant.
To me, Pro's a go-getter. Like, he's ambitious. As long as I've known him, he always stayed on track with his music. Like, I always know a lot of people that say they want to do music. You know, one minute they in the game, they want to act like they want to do it, but Pro stayed with it. Like, since we was kids, talked about it. Like, he didn't talk about it, he put his actions into words. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most people talk about saying they want to be in music, but they too busy in the streets. They do some time, come home, they get time to sit there and get their mind right, but he stayed tuned and got his mind right, got back off the streets, you know what I'm saying, focused with the family, but stayed in tune with his music and stayed ambitious with it. Some people fall off the bandwagon.
Let me tell you something about Pro. I know Pro when he was a kid. I'm actually the first guy that had him carrying guns and drugs. Am I lying?
No lie. I had no business.
I'm lying. You get me? Times change, you get me? We do shit different now, but that's how I know him. I used to be like, yo, listen, bring this over here, bring this over there. Yo, a girl's coming over here with this, can you grab it? That's how I know him from back in the days when he was a kid. I got the videos to prove it.
Flashing like the paparazzi that shows. Smell the truth in every lie, you decomposing your clothes. I'm a Haitian night villain, hypertension to any women, brass and no dog. What I look like fighting out kittens, it's the way that I walk.
But yeah, that's my brother, man. I love him. I'll do anything for him. Any day, anytime, he knows that.
I had a couple moments in music that made me feel like I'm here or I'm on my way. You know, I don't even, still right now, I don't feel like I'm there yet. You know what I mean? But for one of them was my first time doing Chinatown Sounds.
We on them porches, posted up on the stoops, where the police will fuck you up and the homies trying to recruit.
Another one was the cookout, the first cookout that I did.
Stupid niggas that go retarded, I make scum. Cut a nigga like a pizza pie. We can be for dime.
When I did the off top for Top Shelf Premium, that was another big moment for me and the whole camp.
I'm by the bag, let's do some extra business. I get some money and I trick it on my lady and some extra business.
When I dropped Most Foul, that was a turning point for me too. So I had several, but I'm hoping that there's more on the way. You know what I mean? I don't never want to feel like I'm there yet. I always want to feel like I'm trying to get there, because that keeps me with an edge. You know, the guys be like, yo, man, like, congratulations, like this, that, and the third. And I'm like, not yet, bro. We not there yet. You know, not yet. We don't have no time to stop and smell the roses. Just got to keep going.
But this crib right here, this 44 Broadway and shit, I used to fuck with this Haitian girl that was from the hood, whatever. And her mom's was mad cool. She used to let me stay right here, like, so. I used to sleep in the living room because she's Haitian. I couldn't sleep in the room with her and shit. She shared the room with her mom's. So I sleep in the living room and shit. But we used to go to school together and all that. And that's how I started thugging around here, like over here, from staying here. You know what I mean?
You know how you meet some people and it's like, you meet them and it's like, damn, I feel like I knew this nigga forever. I didn't know this nigga from a can of paint, my nigga. From the first time we linked up, it was just like, felt like I knew this nigga my whole life, my nigga. Word up.
Snotty, man, that's Snotty, my brother, you know what I mean? And he was the first person that really, like, he believed in me. You know, he believed in the vision, and that's why he joined me first.
I always believed in the nigga since the first time we linked up. I believed in the nigga, like, he's just real, you know, he's him. If he fuck with you, he gonna fuck with you right or wrong, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, he the voice for like the nigga that's like, gonna crash out with you right or wrong. If that's your man type shit. Like, that's just the type of shit he on. If he fuck with you, he fuck with you.
So this is where the magic happens. Yeah, this is me. So I record on this side, and then RG do like the merch and all of the t-shirt and the editing on this side. Word. You know, and then and here we like work on like, you know, one of a kind pieces of this shit. Just this nigga be in here just working on different type of shit. We in here doing art and shit. Nigga RG painted this. You know? Just got a lot of different shit going on. So one time I was in Richmond, Virginia, like fairly recently, and this moment really made me realize like I'm reaching a lot further than I thought I would. We in Richmond, Virginia, and it was a lot of people out there that was wearing like Pro Dillinger merch. You know, it was a lot of umbrellas, t-shirts out there and shit. And I was like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I didn't think I had no fans in Richmond, Virginia. And this older white woman comes up to me. She was like in her late 40s, I would say, whatever. And she got like some square dude with her or whatever. You know, some regular looking white dude with glasses and shit. But she wearing a Pro Dillinger Dirty Work shirt. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, she comes up to me and shit, and she's like, yo, we just drove here from North Carolina to see you. It's my birthday weekend. You know what I mean? Like, he don't know about your music and shit, but I be trying to put him on or whatever, like, and it fucked me up. You know, you take time out your birthday weekend and drive up here from North Carolina to come see me just so I could sign your shirt. You know what I mean? And I had to ask her, I'm like, why, like, what you, I don't make, what you listening to my music for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it fucked me up. And she was like, you know, she's like, you know, just cause we not from the same place don't mean I can't relate to you. So that stood with me, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no motherfucker more silent. I'm living in the fast lane. I ain't never switch up when that cash came. When I'm selling cash, I have my last name. They pass lane.
I got a song called Big Coffins. This nigga snap. Like, I remember like sending it to him and I was like, my shit was hard. When I sent it, I'm like, yeah, my shit hard, nigga. This nigga sent that shit back. I was like, what the fuck, my nigga? Like, this nigga went crazy. Lars Ulrich on the drums. Give him that pedal kick. That nigga wilded out on that verse. The Metallica bar. That's what had me like, what the fuck? There's a Metallica bar in there.
OGs, the niggas dead, we kill your legends early. Heavy metal shit, Metallica. I got several grips. Lars Ulrich on the drum, sound like a pedal kick. AR, my leader.
Nah, I mean, I don't have to get into names and shit, but you know, everybody has their people who they fuck with, you know what I'm saying? I have my circle of friends in this music thing, and which is an oxymoron in itself, because really, like, it's hard to say that you have friends in this shit, because people always want something from you, or it's like ulterior motives in a lot of shit. So when you do find genuine people in this space, you try to like stay connected with them, because it's rare, you know. So those people that I connect with on a cellular level, like outside of music, that's who I fuck with, and I don't charge those people for verses or to pull up or to do none of that shit like that, or, you know what I mean? I've done shows for free for niggas that I fuck with OD, you know what I'm saying? Because I know on the back end it's gonna be worth it for me, you know? So that's who gets free shit and don't get free shit. But for the most part, like 85, 90% of the time, I don't do free shit.
So he's always been talented, and now that he started to work hard at it, you know what I'm saying, and started to believe in himself, believe in it, you know what I'm saying, you're not stopping him, you know what I'm saying, you're not stopping him. Because he's always been a hard worker, and he's always been talented, you feel me? But he wasn't working hard at his talent. When he started working hard at his talent, he started taking up.
I mean, if you want to witness greatness, Bubby, I don't blame you.
Of course I'm gonna hear the song regardless.
Why ain't we talking about you niggas working with the people? Think you moving low, but we on it, all my niggas see you. Niggas leave you, niggas don't believe you. I ain't buying that, you niggas so deceitful. Put a hole through your body, now you see. When I be recording my joints, right, I record myself, but like I record different than everybody else. Like I have like a latency problem on my software. I don't know how to fix it because I'm not like technologically, like I'm not real into this shit like that. Like, so I don't really know what I'm doing for real. So instead of fixing the latency, like, it forced me to have to slide my verses manually, because when I record it, it records off time. So I gotta manually slide the verse to get it where I want to every time I record, which I'm recording this way for so long, I kind of look at it like an advantage now, because like I could put my verse exactly the way I wanted it. You know, exactly how I wrote it in my head, I could make it like that in the program. You know what I'm saying? You bought a couple guns, nigga, me too. It's chess, I could win in less than 3 moves.
So the Umbrella Collective came about basically because I was trying to rebrand myself, because we had a label before, but it was like too much like outside of music stuff going on around it, so nobody was doing business with me. So I stopped rapping for a little while, and then I was like, well, how do I do this different, right? So I changed the name of the label, I changed our logo, and I changed my sound, you know what I'm saying? And I started working on some stuff. Then Snotty was the first artist to come to my label with me. So he came to 19. I started working with Snotty a lot, but we was having a hard time finding like production and artwork and DJs and people to fuck with us. We was like the bottom of the totem pole, bro. Like literally, like the lowest of the low. You know what I'm saying? When I found Snotty's project on YouTube, that shit had 200 views. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting about the same. So I dropped my first EP in the underground. People received it well. Snotty dropped his shit. It went up. And then we got with Rob De Niro, and he had a brother that produced too. So we started working with them a lot. And then it just kind of like grew from there. We recruited Josiah the Gift, Mickey Diamond, you know what I'm saying? A couple other guys, you know, my man for Klopsis. He was like one of our early art guys, you know, and we just started like recruiting, you know, and building up a team of people. And then like, of course, over the years, the roster changed mad different times. You know, you got people that stopped rapping, people that did snake shit, or niggas that just didn't make the cut. Like, so it took a while. Now we 6 years in, and I feel like this is the strongest the umbrella ever been, you know, as far as not needing anybody for anything and being able to do things in a self-contained manner. I feel like it's a blessing, you know. Nobody could tell me when to drop or tell Mickey how much to drop or tell Snotty what to talk. Nobody could tell us nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do what we want. And shit, for the first couple years, we would drop, some of us would drop on the same day, you know, like just cause. You know, so I like the freedom and the ability to move within my own space. You know what I'm saying? My own space within a space. It's like I never try to sit at the cool table because I was like I could just make my own table.
With the umbrella, it's like that's like the glue, you know. I feel like that's the glue for us. Like that's the thing that keep everybody involved, keep everybody on the same page. Even when we on different pages, that's what, you know, puts us in the same book, is the umbrella. Even when we on different pages, we all in the same book. Like, and I think it's just gave everyone like a lot of pride in what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everyone that's in it is proud to be in it, you know what I'm saying? And they should be. They should be.
What makes the umbrellas different is that we all brothers, and we done been through some shit different. Like, I don't know, not different, but the collaborative, how we formed, like we just sort of just linked up with the music is frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all comes down to frequency because we linked up and our frequency vibes because we from different places. You know what I'm saying? But the frequency is the same, even though the music is different.
Mickey Diamond is probably the greatest rapper I've ever heard come out of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan. Substance, he's very focused and like, he's like laser sharp, you know what I mean? Dude like a surgeon, like he really like super meticulous with his releases and rollouts and shit like that. Big Trip, that's my brother right there. He's really like one of the most ferocious artists I ever met in my life. I ain't never heard nobody rap like this man. Mac Nice, he's the same shit. He's like, he's our wild card, you know what I mean? Mac really dead nice and people just, they about to catch on, you know what I'm saying? Josiah the Gift is like exactly what his name says. He's like, every time he rap, bro, it's a gift for you, you know what I'm saying? It's wrapped up nice, you know what I mean? And then when you pull up in that bow and you open that box, it's more boxes inside. It's like never ending, you know what I'm saying? It's the gift that keeps on giving. That's Josiah to me, you know what I mean? J Royale probably one of the hardest rappers I heard in like the last 10 years. I never heard a whack bar from him. I never heard no bad reviews of his music. And he's a solid dude, man. Like, I got a lot of love for J Royale, for real. The future holds bright things for me. I feel like the future holds very bright things for me if I stay consistent. That's my mantra right there. I just gotta stay more consistent than everybody else and stay true to my sound and true to who I am as an artist and a man and, you know, a human. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I always keep that rough edge, you know, because that's what makes my music special and relatable to people. So hopefully the future holds more money, more traveling, more listeners, more opportunities, you know what I mean, and more love. You know, that's what I'm looking forward to in the future.
I gave my life to this shit. I sacrificed it all for this. I'm going hard for this. I feel like death on me. This a martyr's kiss. I'm just a classic nigga with a modern twist. I got a good voice and spit the hardest shit. We bring it back to culture. I'm a part of it. I bought a new hammer. Who I'm targeting? Shot your little man and got y'all sliding like margarine. Y'all ain't hitting nothing on the internet.